Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Oh, wait, hold on. We got a squash. Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. We are here with a lot of fun guests from, well, everywhere, but we're going to be talking about the Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival that is this coming weekend. Yep. And our good friend Jan is here and a whole, a few vendors, which is very cool. So Jan and I have to share a microphone, even though we're loudmouths.
Well, we could yell louder if we had to.
We could. And Dylan, let us know if you can't hear us, okay? All right, very cool. All right, so Jan, you are here. We're talking about the what annual Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival?
That's
It's been going on a while, I think now.
I've been living there for 15 years, and I believe it was done a couple years prior to that. So it's been around a while.
A few years, that's what we like to say, right?
Yeah.
A few years. Okay, and that is what, this coming
Saturday. Yeah. And hopefully the weather's going to be as good as they say it's going to be.
Man, if we could have like some sunshine and 65, I'm A-okay with that. In the fall?
Yeah.
You kidding?
It's going to be close to that, I believe.
Well, very good. Well, how about we introduce everyone that's here, and then we'll kind of talk about everybody's individual stuff and then some of the other vendors that'll be there.
Yeah, so my name is Elise Lewis, and I make tallow-based skincare. At the show, I'll be having my different balms. I have a sugar scrub. I have a tallow man balm that I recently added, and sunblock. I have just a couple more of those left from the summer, and my lip balm. So tallow, a lot of people haven't heard about tallow
That's
before.
what I was going to ask you.
It is an older way that I'm making new again on how to hydrate the skin naturally. It is an animal-based product. Specifically, it is the fat from a cow that I use to hydrate my skin, which totally sounds weird and foreign, but it's nothing new. Just bringing it back. It was the only thing that helped my son's eczema.
Okay.
And when I had used it for the first time, I was like, this stuff is amazing. What did I just use? And when I just dove into why, tallow shares a lot of similar chemistry with our skin. So there's vitamins A, B, D, E, and K in tallow. And that specific makeup is similar to our structure of our skin. So those vitamins, when we put it on, our skin absorbs it, it accepts it, it recognizes the tallow, and then uses those nutrients to help build up the skin again and repair skin cells. And it's all natural. So, I got really passionate about it. I started with a balm that has honey and beeswax incorporated with the tallow.
Oh, okay.
And it's more like a salve for when, people have breakouts or flare-ups with eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, that kind of thing.
Is that this one?
That's that little guy there.
Little guy.
Yep, and that's my honey rose scent. It has 6 different essential oils in it that are actually great for anti-aging. But I make some that are infused.
No, you cannot eat the whole jar, Jan.
You could if you wanted to.
I mean, you could, but
You know, it's
not
just,
this morning.
Yeah.
Edible and palatable are different.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I make a honey or the honey rose, but then there's a vanilla bean that literally smells like you're baking, and it's awesome. I just infuse the tallow with organic Madagascar vanilla beans.
Nice.
And my son thinks they're like cookies, and he's like, "Put it on. I want to eat it." And I'm like, "Okay, let's not lick your face."
But you can.
You can, yes.
Non-toxic.
My sugar scrub, it actually, they lick the beaters of the sugar scrub. So I know.
Nice.
And tallow used to be something that our ancestors used for cooking. So
That would make sense. Well, I mean,
it's
Yeah.
something that,
I've heard a lot of that lately, that people are getting back to that. And
Yes.
Yeah, we do a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our whole thing is kind of newfangled, old fashioned.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we're
everything
very
old
similar.
becomes new
Yeah.
again, you know?
Right.
And
looking back in time for answers,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah, we have a very similar perspective over at Ain't Fancy too.
Yeah.
love that. Love
It's
that.
awesome.
So I wonder why people got away from this method and got into all the chemicals and stuff that we're doing, you know, that you buy at the
Well-
drugstore or whatever.
I kind of looked into that too.
Ask DuPont.
Yeah, right. Ask the man. No.
In the 90s, we got away from tallow. Like McDonald's used to make their French fries in tallow.
Okay.
It's a saturated fat. And in the 90s, they're like, fats are bad. We should stop consuming fats. But really, there is no scientific evidence that saturated fats lead to things like heart disease. It's something that hasn't been proven. And what they wanted to do was replace the fats with seed oils. And seed oils, it's something that's industrialized. They say it's a vegetable oil, but really it's from a seed that is being processed, and our bodies just don't. They're not compatible with something that is not natural for our bodies.
As far as I'm concerned, and this just sounds really like, oh, but like, you know, the good Lord or whomever created this earth, put everything on this earth that we could possibly need to survive and to maintain our body. So, like, why not go back to that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is the way. I mean, I am.
I
a
understand
Christian
there's
woman, but
medicines and stuff out there that are life-saving, and I get all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems to me at the end of the day, if you're going to put something on your skin or whatever, it should be something that's more natural.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
how God intended.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Very, very good. And, you know, as somebody that does suffer from just like some outbreaks of just tiny bits of like eczema and stuff like that, I think that this will be perfect because you can just kind of put it on. Well, you can use it all the time, but put it on
Yes.
also as needed for something like that. And it would be soothing and very good.
It's an anti-inflammatory. There's
Love that.
omega-3 and omega-6s, which help with the autoimmune or immune responses with the skin.
Mhm.
So it just helps combat us having flare-ups when we have those kinds of skin issues. So
All right. And you will have all of this available at
Saturday, yeah.
on Saturday. And also, I am a chapstick like freak. Like I always have like, you know,
so many different ones.
so she
Yep.
has chapstick as
Tallow
well.
with it's peppermint essential oil.
I'm all about the peppermint
You
chapstick.
can't go
too.
wrong with a peppermint.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, I tend to, if my lips get dry, I get like a cold sore.
Mm.
Or wind or sun or any of that
Mhm.
stuff, I get a cold sore. So I'm all about the chapstick.
I get the cracking on the corners.
Yep, that
Yeah.
too.
I like that.
Yeah, I got the biting.
Mhm.
Can you see it?
Where it says made in Jackson, Ohio.
Yes.
Like that too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, very, very good.
Can't get more local than that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So you will have all these products out there. Oh, I don't know if that'll be able to be seen or not, Dylan, but he's going to try.
He's gonna try.
Mm.
Yeah, we have
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at
my
that.
There
friend
he
who's
goes.
another vendor.
Very good.
She's gonna be next to me. Her name is Emily Collins with Collins Farms. She makes goat's milk soaps, and we actually teamed up
Nice.
together to make a tallow goat's milk soap.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so there's I told her, I was like, I don't want to get into soaps. I don't want to make it. She's great at it. And so I gave her the tallow, which I sourced from her farm. So her
Okay.
cows are grass-fed, grass-finished cows. So
Okay, so
I
here we
rendered
go
it
full
down.
circle.
Yeah.
Love this. This is how it's supposed to work.
Yeah, so she'll be next to me there on Saturday. So she'll have her soaps and I'll have my balms put on after you wash up.
Hey, there you go. You can scrub up and then
All natural.
You'll just be so clean when you leave Buckeye Furnace. You have no idea. All right, so you two over there are kind of a team.
Yes. Yes. We are Ain't Fancy Outpost. We're located just outside Colton on Sour Run.
Okay.
Uh,
Also local then.
Yes. We've been in the area for about 1.5 years now and did a lot of research on what kinds of business the area needs and what's missing from what's already available, like, your tallow and all kinds of farm to table things that are coming out nowadays. And the one thing that was really missing was gluten-free options, like anywhere.
Heard. Yes. Yes.
So, and gluten-free isn't just for people with celiac anymore. There are a lot of people more and more who are just sensitive to American-sourced flour. And that's what my particular issue is. And so when I had to go flour-free, it was just easier to go gluten-free entirely.
That makes sense.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a completely dedicated gluten-free kitchen so that there's zero chance of any kind of cross-contamination.
Yeah.
Because some people are so sensitive to gluten that if they get any kind of trace of it, even in the pans and things, it can make them react.
So what would you say, because, okay, so this is the whole debate, like I've been in the restaurant business for a really long time. And, there's this whole debate about whether it's just manifested in someone's mind or whatever about gluten. And so basically, if you all don't know and you hear of gluten-free, but just consider gluten flour. It's the easiest way to say it. But a lot of people are finding out that they have reactions to that. And like, are you going to go into anaphylactic shock and die? Probably not. But is your belly going to hate you? Yes. And there's also, speaking of skin and whatever, all these other, reactions that people get that when they start cutting these things out. This is where the Whole30 diet kind of came into vogue too, where you just start with just basic bones everything, and then you start adding things and find out where you.
That's basically what I had to do a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I had.
And it's not BS. It's a real thing.
No,
it's a real thing.
I had some severe digestive issues.
Yes.
A few years ago, had to cut down to nothing but chicken and rice for about 6 weeks.
Okay.
And then slowly started adding things back. And for my system, it turned out to be tomatoes and wheat flour that were the problem.
Okay.
And so now I just avoid those.
Correct. But you don't
it's
know.
hard to do. It is hard to do.
do.
And it's hard. It's time consuming because, I had the benefit of being in lockdown. So it was a lot easier without anything else to have to focus on.
Yeah.
But when you're someone who's working full time or anything like that, and you're trying to have a dietary sensitive, intake, and there's nowhere to order from that can safely provide gluten-free, because that's one of the other things, is because places that make gluten-free things in a regular bakery setting,
correct,
you've got all that flour already in the air.
It's just in the air. It's just bouncing around all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not practical for regular bakeries to be like, oh, we're going to make a gluten-free batch of brownies. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're taking that pressure off of, we're going to try to take that pressure off of the local businesses, provide a ready-made gluten-free option that's in a contained space that you can just take out and sell on your own.
Love that.
So, and then we're going to get into like person-to-person sales, probably around spring, but we're going to start business to business.
Very cool.
But for the furnace, we will have samples of our gluten-free biscuit bites.
Don't you take those from me.
Yeah.
You see him trying to pull that
So-
stuff away from me?
Yeah.
He's very proud. He made them.
I
He's
made them,
very
yeah.
proud of
No,
them.
they're very good. Can we try these?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So tell us
So-
what it is we're trying,
so
and I will
these-
share.
These are gluten-free.
That is the chocolate chip,
I'm a chocolate chip kind
and
of person.
that is the berry.
Yeah.
That's
Berry.
blueberry.
So these
is-
are little
Yeah.
biscuits.
Yeah.
Biscuit bites.
It's gluten-free flour, butter, a little tiny bit of sugar, usual baking stuff, salt, baking powder. This
Very
is
good.
the gluten-free flour blend we use is a really solid mix of it's rice flours and sorghum flour and tapioca starch, and it is almost
undetectable. You can't tell it's gluten
Yeah.
free.
you almost hit that. It's still almost that wheat flour taste. Where we want to have these home recipes. Every comfort food recipes that are made with a but made for
Very good.
people to be able to eat if they can't. People who miss biscuits really.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I'm Kentucky born and raised. I missed biscuits. I really missed
I
biscuits.
want my gravy and my biscuits, man.
Oh well,
Yeah, we've got a gluten-free
we've got
gravy
gravy
recipe,
recipes too.
Wait. Shut up. Do you really?
Yeah, I've got a chocolate gravy recipe that freezes into pudding pops.
Chocolate.
These folks are my new best friends. No, this is
But-
great.
But if everybody can eat gluten-free stuff, not everybody can eat flour stuff.
Right.
And we're really, since we already own our property, we don't have to rent somewhere. It's a lot easier for us to make it accessible, especially with the limitations around in this kind of an area.
Yeah.
We're also workshopping, how to get our products to customers better. If we're not necessarily in a store, can we organize pickup locations and that kind of thing to get things moving a little faster? Because we've been at the farmers market all summer,
Okay.
and we've had a great response from people.
Big
They're
turnout
super
there.
excited.
It's been really good. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the furnace, we're gonna have our hats that I make as well as our samples. And
Do
then
the hats have gluten?
the hats are gluten free, also,
Also gluten-free.
but they are all natural materials. They
Yeah, just-
are
Just show it off.
This one's a
cotton and modal blend on those ones, and then we also have a couple wool ones left over from last year, and I'll be making more.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
I'm ready for Halloween.
Yes, you are. Look at you go.
And they come in adult sizes as well as kids and baby,
Yeah, we got our little models here showing off the.
cuties.
as well as our
Okay, is that a beaver?
It is a
It's
beaver.
a beaver and a
Beaver and a
possum.
It's a beaver and a possum.
So I'm sorry, Beaver. I didn't notice you because I saw the possum, and I love possums. I love them so much. I think they're so cute, and so kids, babies,
Mhm.
all of that. You have hats.
Hats for everybody. I
Okay.
can do custom jobs. I can do match sets for a family if somebody wants.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Um,
But like little Christmas
Christmas
hats
photos
for
Yeah.
the
coming up.
pictures that everybody does.
Yep.
Yeah, we
That'd
can
be
do
cute.
we can do customs, like message us on our we ain't fancy out post on Facebook. We can
Okay.
we can do custom hats.
Yep. And then we'll also have our calm balm at the festival.
I'm doing my best.
It's okay. It's a coconut oil base,
Uh-huh.
and then we put in fresh foraged plantain, mint, and jewelweed, and we steep that up for hours and hours
Okay.
in the coconut oil. And what it gives is a really nice, all natural, and vegan, just coincidentally, skin cream that relieves any kind of bug bite,
Ooh, cool.
poison ivy,
Well,
itch.
God knows we have enough of those around here.
Yeah, it's also safe to use on your dog. You could because coconut oil is very effective on fleas, so you can treat the fleas and the itch at the same
At the
time.
same
with this.
time.
So
Or if they
we've-
have hot spots, that would be a
Yeah.
good thing for that too.
yeah, it's nice and
feel
soothing.
like.
It is an oil, so it does oil things to their digestive system,
Yes.
but they won't be as itchy.
yeah. You got to give and take a little bit.
Yeah.
Time for the little hood.
Oh yeah.
And they can't lick it.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The cone
know.
of shame.
We went through the cone of shame. So I did.
Mm.
Yeah, we have a corgi puppy, and so yeah, she had the cone of shame for 10 days, and it was so sad because she's very short. So every time she would try to walk, it would.
Oh.
We had 2 kittens in cones of shame when we moved here.
Yes.
So they were, they were very.
You're like, oh, I can't help but laugh at you, but I'm so sorry. But you're so cute.
Yeah, we just
Let me take a picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, there were-
Dual satellite dishes on matching tuxedo kittens was just
Oh.
unendingly, like, tragically hilarious.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Like there's just so many words. So all right, but you guys also do some spice blends that you were
Yes.
telling us about.
Yeah, we have
So let's
our.
talk about that.
That is a Berber spice. It is an authentic Ethiopian imported chili powder. It
Okay.
it tastes like chili used to taste. It smells like chili ought
Can
to.
I was gonna say, can I smell?
Give it a try.
Don't sniff too
There you
hard.
go.
Don't you be dumping that
Don't
on my
dump it
desk,
out.
I'm
Jan.
trying to make sure it don't.
Oh, that smells
But
really good.
yeah, one little cup
Love
like that
that.
will give you a nice, flavorful, mild pot of chili.
Okay.
2 of those will melt your face for about 5 minutes in the
Wow.
best way possible, and then just give you a nice warm tummy for the rest of the evening.
Okay. So is it
Yeah.
like spicy to like your mouth?
It's
Yeah.
not super spicy, but yes.
Okay.
you know,
Like if you're used to things that aren't super spicy, then yeah, you'll
One
want to use it.
cup.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
cup. If you're adventurous, if you're a bold eater, then
Go
use your
for
own
it.
discretion.
Yeah. No, I love that. I would love to try that because this is the time of the year where I whip up chili all the
Yep.
time.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah,
football season starts. It's something
Mhm.
I don't know why. It's
Turn
like
on the crock pot.
yeah, they
Yeah.
have to go. They go hand in hand. Like
Yeah,
chili and football season.
We've done chili mac
or
with
fall.
it a few times.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it's really nice.
Excuse me, it's kettle corn in football.
Oh,
Jan.
can't go wrong with that.
Jan's
That
got
is
her
true.
priorities.
She does.
Mm.
Yeah, so I got some kettle corn from you when in the spring Buckeye furnace thing, and
Mhm.
so my husband. So this is the deal. My husband's like a super like tries to eat really really well
Uh-huh.
until I bring something like that home, and then like 5 minutes later it's gone. That or no bake cookies,
And it's all your fault.
and it's all my fault. So
Mhm.
your kettle corn was gone in 15 minutes.
Mhm.
So anyway, and it was all my fault that I brought it home.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But that's okay. So wow, you guys, so these are 2 of the amazing vendors that are going to be at the Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival. And again, that'll be this coming Saturday at Buckeye Furnace, 10 to 5, and there's the flyer. And so Jan, I guess I'm going to ask you to talk about some of the other stuff, if you all don't mind us
Yeah,
talking about some of the other vendors that will be there, and
I'll
some
shop there too.
food as well.
And that's exactly right. One of the things that we've learned about having a group of vendors out is they are a very supportive group to each other,
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
which is very nice.
for sure.
Mhm.
That's a big reason
You
why
know,
I do
and
this
if
all
they-
the time. I
Yeah.
gotta
One of
walk
them
around and
hears-
shop.
Yeah, one of them hears
Right.
about an event, they're calling their friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so
Now, I know that this will be Saturday, but will any of you be in downtown Jackson this evening as well? What? No, tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow. We will.
evening, we will.
For the
Yeah,
trunk
you
or treat.
Yeah.
you will be for the trunk or treat.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
so that's a whole other
Mm.
time. We're not trying to take away
It's
from this
fine.
event, but if you can't make it to one, you can find these
Mhm.
folks.
there. Yeah,
There
absolutely.
as well. Okay.
Well, I can run through our
I mean, you
list
have
with
2
you.
pages of vendors.
Yes, I do.
Jan,
55.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. Of course, Elise, she's at the top of the list here. Emily Collins, who does goat milk soap
Here, I'll
from
give you
Collins
this.
Farms.
Yep.
That's the one you were just
That's-
talking
Mhm.
about. Okay.
Okay, Angela McFadden, Bushel and Peck is the name of her business, so I don't have any other note there. Angie Tolliver, Lucy's Greenhouse. Angela Queen Paparazzi. Ashley Marie BWO Crystals.
Oh, that's
Ballard
fun.
Baker. Ballard is a really great guy. He does handmade knives.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so he does some really nice things there. Barb West, I think a lot of people know Barb. She's doing doll clothes, pillowcases, etc.
Dog clothes.
Belinda and Willie Fox. Those are another group from Farmers Market
Oh, yeah,
this
they're great.
summer.
They're
They're
wonderful.
doing all kinds of canned goods and baked goods.
Okay.
Kathy and David Sparks, Wooden Fabric Crafts. Now, they've kind of cut back on what they're doing, but they decided they wanted to come to the Fall Festival.
Okay.
So that's really cool. If you're missing those folks, come out and say hi to them. Cecilia and Dave Hotkins, Rock Jewelry.
Cool.
Connie Voyers, her is ISO stuff.
I love that.
Okay. Danny Getz, he does fountain pens and knives. And what he does, he goes out and he hunts down bird feathers, mostly turkey feathers. He can find quite a few out Buckeye Furnace and he converts them into a pen.
Okay, that's super cool.
Yeah.
What a great gift idea for somebody.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
It's nice. Debbie Roten, sewing items. Debbie, I can't even begin to pronounce that. Parzik,
I would say.
baked goods and friendship pens. Emily Weekly, candles. Erica, Elizabeth, and Bambi, bugs and bees crafts.
Oh, I know them.
Frances Saunders, beaded jewelry. Gage Smith, Swan Creek wood shop.
Okay.
Harold Hollingshead, he does wooden toys. Harold does our wooden toys, old time toys in our gift shop out at Buckeye Furnace.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he does. He's really neat. Heather Renee Simpson, Sweet Goods, Sweet Delights. Joanna Lane, Baked Goods. These two, Josh and Lyd, Crafts and Home Remedies and
etc.
And stuff.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Okay. Julie Phelps, pyrography.
What's
Pyrography, that would be fire writing.
Yeah, it's
Wait, what?
doing things with
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
that's
this is
kinda-
wood burning. Yeah,
wood
pyrography.
burning, basically
Yeah.
different kinds of crafts.
Okay.
Kayla Pedrick, Jude's Greenhouse. Kayla Whaley is doing Kay's Sweet Treats. Kenda Armstrong, Jordan Essentials. Linda Patton Halley, Chic and Sassy. Lauren Milliken Farm, Sweet Lucy Designs. Mary Caldwell, Hand Braided Rugs. Mary Roddy, Cookie Creations and Crafts. Michaela Springer, What the Quail.
Oh.
She's neat.
What is
Quail
that?
eggs.
They do quail eggs. You can get pickled quail eggs. You can get all kinds of stuff. And that's a new that's a new local
Interesting.
business.
What the quail?
Yeah, what the quail. So that's kind of a cute play on words there. Elise and Paul Renola, and it's called Little Crow Creations. Michelle Howell will be doing honey. Michelle Teeters, pottery and photography. Pam Wright, Color Street. Peyton Brisker, stained glass. Phyllis Miller, Rada. Everybody loves those little sharp metal knives. Randall Christian, permanent jewelry. Samantha Wiseman, organic skincare. Stephanie Lee, fall and holiday crafts. Stephanie Mann's, earrings and crafts. Tammy McClung, Tupperware.
Wait, is Tupperware still a thing?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that, it would never, it never, like our great grandmother's Tupperware is still alive somewhere.
Yeah,
They never had to sell any more
Still
of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Tracy Malone, Traveling Chapters. I'm not sure.
It's a bunch of children books.
Bunch of children.
Oh,
books.
that's
Okay,
cool. Love
see?
that.
And Vicky Coy, Touch of Sunshine.
Awesome.
Now, all of those people are going to be there. We've confirmed all this week.
Okay.
So, unless something at last minute happens, all these vendors are going to be out there, set up all around. We have a couple of food vendors coming out to take care of your hunger needs.
Okay, let's talk. I see beans and cornbread on this thing.
Yeah, that's something the site always provides is beans and cornbread. And the folks that have helped us out in the past, names are going out of my head. Used to have the jewelry store up there.
Chip and Kathy Smalley.
Yes, Chip and Kathy Smalley. They're like the rest of us. It's getting time for us to retire, and due to health issues and whatever, and just wanting to have fun.
Yeah.
They're not doing it this year, but we do have a substitute who will be helping us out
Awesome.
with that particular thing. And And like I said, got to thank Chip and Kathy for all the
Oh.
years that they've helped out there.
They've done so much just for the community in general. They're
Right.
just such good stewards of a local community.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the events that are going on. Because I'm
Oh,
reading
yeah,
this
yeah.
and I'm like,
Yes.
holy moly, there's a lot.
Well, we're trying to cram it all in, which this leads me up to the next thing. So we'll go through our events and then I'll tell you the next thing.
The next thing. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, of course, we have Red Brush and Andy Milliken doing our music.
Awesome.
At 11 a.m., we will do the judging for the pie and cake baking contest. It says pie and cake baking, but we actually had to go out and get some more ribbons because we had some cookie entries this year.
Okay. How about gluten-free biscuit category?
Well, we don't have that category, but it sounds like
You're
we
the
may
winners then.
It sounds like we may be adding that. Okay, the Little Mr. and Miss Buckeye Furnace contest also starts at 11, and we'll go through the kids there, and that's a lot of fun.
Okay, so what is that exactly?
Well, we do from newborns up normally through age 12, where we didn't get to have it last year. We're doing 13 this year, so the kids that would have been able to do it last year can go ahead and do it this year.
Okay, and what do they have to do?
They just have to show up dressed like a country kid. We don't want formals. We don't want frou-frou. We want kids showing up.
No lace.
Yeah, it's no need for the parents to spend a lot of money.
Okay.
We want kids being kids.
Yes, sounds good.
And some of the kids will do a talent. Some of them will sing. We've had kids sing and whatever. But normally the judges will talk to them, and you kind of can get to see their personality from that.
Love that.
It's a lot of fun. And there's 6 different age groups within that big age group. So there is going to be 6 different Little Mr. and Mrs.
Oh.
And they get
okay.
trophies, and all the kids get a medal for
Very good.
being there. Okay.
Oh, the skillet throw.
Yes, the skillet throw.
Since there's one boy here at this table. Well, there's 2 guys in the studio. So.
Yeah, but we don't use live guys. We use a big old wooden
Why?
cutout. Well, I think it's against the law.
People have no sense of humor.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know. I probably wouldn't like a 6-inch cast iron skillet coming at me. But we set that up, and it runs 2.5 hours because we had a pretty lengthy line of people competing
There's
there.
a lot of women that want
Y'all-
to throw skillets
well-
at a fake man.
Well, what they really want is the free set of cast iron cookware that goes to the highest scorer.
Aha.
How do you get points?
How
But
yeah,
like
how does
horseshoes.
that work?
Parts of the body that you hit.
Okay, what part of the body gets the highest points?
The one that makes your voice go up.
Heard.
Gonna win us some cast
Okay.
iron cookware.
Gonna try.
Okay.
And then you have a petting farm.
Yes, the Pampered Pets Petting Farm is coming. It's the first year for them. They are a very nice petting farm, as you can see down through here. And as I told the guys earlier, there's
Aw.
going to be a unicorn. Y'all can get your pictures taken with them. There is free food provided for the kids to feed the animals.
Love that.
And it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Big draw. Okay.
This is so good.
Pie and cake auction at 2:00.
Okay.
Anybody that wants to bring a pie and a cake to be auctioned off, please do.
Okay.
Okay, and no Mrs. Smiths.
Please tell me that somebody doesn't do that.
No, nobody's ever done that.
No Sarah Lee either.
Okay, the pie eating contest and the hog calling contest, both for adults and kids. That's always a lot of fun. And this year, for the first time, we're doing a beard contest for men.
Love that.
And we got 4 different categories, which is longest, neatest, scraggliest, and the 4th one's eluding me right now. But only all the beards will be judged by the audience, except for the longest. That one has to be measured.
It has to be measured.
Okay, so we get those 4 winners, and then those 4 winners get to do best of show.
Oh, okay. So they should have a beard contest for women too.
Yeah, I could probably enter that one.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a whole other story we can talk about sometime.
Whole nother show.
Yeah.
Okay. A Chinese auction, it begins at 4:30 or a little. It's somewhere around 4:30ish because we
Okay.
end at 5. But this is the thing: for all of our vendors, we don't charge a fee. What we ask for is a item to put in our Chinese auction.
Aha.
So the Chinese auction is always really popular because people want to try to get, stuff from the vendors.
They want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get some tallow cream stuff.
Well,
have at it.
and actually
And some biscuits.
for the beard contest, Elise has
Yeah, I have a
Provided-
tallow man balm that is for beards. and
Yeah.
mhm.
You can use it anywhere on the body, but I've got honey and beeswax in the tallow with the extra virgin olive oil.
Mhm.
But it's a great shaper and former for beards
Yeah.
and the mustaches
And it doesn't smell like girly.
hydrates.
Mhm.
No, it's a fir needle smell with patchouli and bergamot.
Ooh, I would actually like that.
Yeah.
I have no idea what she just said.
It's hippie smells.
Hippie smells. Okay,
Just
gotcha.
go with hippie smells.
Go with hippie smells. Okay, I can do that. Let's see what else we got there.
Well, we've got some kettle corn.
Yeah.
Who's making that?
Not sure yet. I can't do it myself. I've got other things that I got to be doing that day.
She's like, I got this kettle corn thing, but somebody else going to have to do it because I'm kind of busy.
You gotta
Yeah.
delegate.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then I saw that it says like carnival games for the kids and pumpkin decorating too.
Right. We have an area that runs from a fence here up to where the garage's shop is right there. And in that area, we put all the kids' stuff. And we got helped unload 100 pumpkins last night. And this year, pretty sure it was Hoover Farms. They gave us an excellent super buy on that. Plus, they donated some stuff too.
Oh, cool.
And the pumpkins this year for the kids, Mom or Dad's going to have to carry them to the car because I think the smallest one's that big.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
And they can decorate them and take them home with them.
So will they be like painting or carving?
Painting. No, we tried carving the first year.
We don't want to do knives and small children.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's painting and stickers and
Cool.
whatever we've got that they can put on their pumpkins.
Fun.
Let's see what else. Oh, there's all kinds of games for them to play. Sack races.
That sounds fun.
yeah.
Can we do an adult one?
Sure, why not? Why not?
Sign a waiver.
Yeah, right. I can see like a lot of elbows going on there.
Yeah. And the main
Get a big
thing,
enough
bring your
sack.
lawn chairs so you will be comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. And you can bring your dog on a leash if you want.
Yeah, I brought Marley out to the fall one.
Yeah,
Or
there'll be a
spring one.
lot of people. A lot of people. And so that leads me up to just a little talk about next year's event. As you can see, we've got a
this-
lot crammed into one day.
Yeah.
We're going to attempt to go to a 2-day event next year.
Whoa.
Yeah, and we're planning on focusing the second day on Halloween.
Cool.
Fun.
That's fun.
So,
Buckeye Furnace is a great place to
yeah,
do Halloween stuff.
it is a great place to do Halloween stuff, and we constantly are looking for things that the whole family can do. So there may be a family pumpkin carving contest.
Love that.
All kinds of really neat stuff that we want everybody to come back at second day, and they won't be coming back for a repeat of the first day,
Right.
It
you
will
gotta
be
do
different.
2 different days worth of stuff.
right? And they
For
have
sure.
bonfire the second day where the kids can make s'mores and all
For the
kinds.
adults.
Well, anybody,
Okay.
anybody.
All right, s'mores. Are you a Reese cup kind of s'more person or just chocolate?
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Just chocolate.
I didn't know about Reese Cup ones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think it's a
okay.
new fad.
Ah,
That's a thing.
It doesn't sound bad.
No, it sounds
Yeah,
good.
I like dark chocolate and sea salt.
Mhm.
Those are fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Or have you ever taken those Godivas that are the filled ones and put those in s'mores.
No. See, and they're judging me for peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
we went past
my
peanut butter
God,
cup
they
now we're on
just
the way
went
back.
all fancy.
Mhm.
No, we ain't fancy, remember?
Right.
Not
right.
fancy. Other than the Godiva, but we'll talk about that later. So peanut butter cup, chocolate, just chocolate.
Just chocolate, but now that I've heard about the peanut butter cup, that might be tried.
Gotta at least try it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm not into s'mores.
The
I'll
trick
make
is
it for-
finding
I'll make it with
gluten-free
my
graham
kids,
cracker.
but I'm not into it.
You
What is
don't
it?
you don't do s'mores?
No.
I bet she doesn't like burnt marshmallows either.
What a weird little
Look at
girl
this.
she is here.
They're not done unless you set it on fire.
Yeah, you gotta set it on
Oh
fire.
my gosh. Yeah, I like to set on fire. Yeah, sure. And then
Mhm.
throw it right back into the fire.
But
pit.
charcoal's good for your body.
It gives you a little activated charcoal.
Yeah, there you go.
Activated
See, it's healthy.
We can find a way to make it that way.
Speaking of, as I went through this diatribe off the air of not eating sugar anymore, and I'm sitting here talking about s'mores, which is nothing but sugar,
Uh-huh.
but that's okay. Occasionally, like one time a year, it's
Yeah.
fine.
One time a year, fall off the wagon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely jump off that wagon.
Just
for-
don't make it for 3 months.
Correct.
Now that you're thoroughly depressed.
You got to get a little padding on you for winter. That's what.
That's what it is. See,
Yeah.
it's like, we humans don't grow a lot of hair anymore, so therefore
Speak
we've
for
got
yourself.
to.
Some of us.
Yes, enough for everyone.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
I'm seeing a whole nother contest.
The
Hairy man
hairiest
contest.
human. Yeah, then we'll have like a real. That's it. We'll have a real life
Yeah, find the
Sasquatch
Sasquatch.
contest.
There we go.
They had that at Hocking Hills.
Did they?
you see that?
No.
I wasn't a vendor at it, but I went to it with my kids, and it was they had the Sasquatch. Like the kids were able to do Sasquatch walks and have a competition,
like a whole
on-
Sasquatch
yeah,
thing,
and they
Bigfoot
did the
thing.
howl.
Oh, that's a good
Nice.
one.
It was, and
Ooh.
there were some professionals out there,
Okay.
and it was impressive. I'm a believer. Let's just say that.
We'll have to tell her about the marbles and stuff off the air, Dylan. We had a Bigfoot hunter on here. No, wait.
Oh,
No, what was it? It's
really?
not Hunter.
Enthusiast.
Reese. No,
Ah.
I
it
bet
was
he
a-
was at the festival.
I think they call themselves like researchers or something.
Ah.
I don't know. They're not
Gotcha.
hunters, so yeah.
No.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
but evidently they exchange marbles with the Bigfoots. That's how they communicate.
Are they sure they're not exchanging marbles with each other?
Well, I mean, I didn't ask that question, but I was thinking it.
I bet they were short a few marbles.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's why they got to trade them around.
I'm not. Hey, listen.
Marble laundering.
Marble.
Yeah.
wonder.
I'm not anyone to judge. So
No,
here we
yeah.
are.
No, very
Yes,
much not.
But
Mm.
if that's your jam, man, go for it.
Mm.
So very, very cool. This is going to be a wonderful day on Saturday of so much stuff. And there are other events going on. So you can make your rounds too. Like you don't
Right.
have to just pick one thing and go. There's all kind of great things going on as well. But we definitely need you to go out to Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival and check it out because over 50 vendors. Yeah.
Mhm.
It'll be fun.
There's going to be something for everybody. And bring your lawn chair, bring your kids, bring your pets. Well, your dog anyway, as long as it's well behaved.
Just don't drop off any more cats.
Or dogs or ferrets or
Whatever.
any other
Yeah,
thing.
no more snakes. We have a little black snake that kind of sneaks in and out of the museum from time to time.
Oh.
Tammy named him Draco because he's slithering. It's a black snake. Black snakes are pretty harmless.
No, they
friend.
say they're good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
friend.
They keep the poisonous ones away and
Mhm.
keep the mice out,
Okay.
or they eat them. One or the other.
Yep.
Ooh, fun.
hmm
Ooh.
So that's great. And the only other thing I want to say today and get it out there, probably get me shot, but that's all right. We'll give it a try.
I'll protect you.
Okay. No shoots. Okay. We've been working very hard on this, of course, going to a 2-day event, and the site is getting more and more popular all the time. We're getting more and more people from around the country, literally.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
so one of the things that we're wanting to do in conjunction with the Ohio History Connection is get a facility out there that can be used as a shelter house, a stage, whatever. we wanna
Okay.
use it for.
Gazebo.
No, bigger than a gazebo.
Bigger pavilion.
Yeah, pavilion
Okay.
would be a good thing to call
Okay.
it. That way, we could do. We can have people out there doing talks on the different parts of the furnace and
Love
how
that.
things were done. We can we can rent it out to people to use for receptions or meetings or whatever they want to do. And we just need a facility like that on the site.
Okay.
So, as you know, we're great outdoors, and every once in a while you want a roof.
Yeah.
So that's a project that we're seriously working towards, is getting some kind of a facility up,
Love
and hopefully our own bathrooms, so we don't have to rent porta potties every year.
Mm.
I know
that.
that's
That would be fantastic.
that would
wouldn't it?
be people's, but at least we can do that. That's a
Yeah.
that is an option. But hopefully bigger and better things for Buckeye Furnace stuff is happening. We've noticed a lot more people coming over from Athens County, Meigs County,
Yeah.
Gallipolis, Gallia County, and that's pretty neat. It's growing.
It's kind of funny that Buckeye Furnace has been there for so long, but it's like, due to the pandemic, I feel like a lot of people just sought out things that they could do outside, and then all of a sudden now, Hocking Hills has always been popular, but has just and then so all of the places right on the outskirts of that are benefiting as well. But as more traffic comes through, which is great. There's also more wear and tear on the property, more people there to do things they shouldn't be doing. So we want to also ask that you respect those properties and
Yes.
pick up your stuff. Don't do stupid things there, please. That's my soapbox, not Jan's.
Oh, it's Jan's too. Also, the Friends of Buckeye Furnace recently donated 6 new picnic tables to the site.
That's
And
amazing.
a friend of ours made them. He actually milled the wood to make the picnic tables.
Love that.
And him and his wife did the work, and we've got them out there now for the fall festival. Very nice. It's just growing, but we need to have some place to grow to.
Mm-hmm.
And, that would be quite nice. Another thing, too, this part of the state, I think within the next 10 years, is eventually going to be more tourism-based.
I think so too.
And it starts at Hocking Hills.
It sure does.
But it's coming south.
It is.
And
Definitely coming south.
we just were contacted recently by a gentleman who just wrote a new book on the Hanging Rock Iron region.
Okay.
Route 93 runs right through the middle of the Hanging Rock Iron region, and he had a really good idea. So I know that the local historical society has already contacted our state electors.
People
Yeah,
are peeps.
I never know whether to say senators but anyway, they are contacting these people to get State Route 93 renamed the Iron Road.
Oh,
Interesting.
That sounds bad.
Well, and the thing is, Buckeye Furnace is one of only 3 reconstructed charcoal iron furnaces in the country, and that's going to put Buckeye Furnace right in the middle of it.
That's exactly
Nice.
right. And that is so, so cool. And again, people, I hope that y'all appreciate that we have this in our backyard, because there were, in the country, oh God,
Yep.
hundreds, if not thousands
Tons.
of these furnaces. And we have a reconstructed one right here in our backyard.
Well, the Hanging Rock Iron region runs from just above Logan to the northernmost part of Kentucky, and within that area there was 68 furnaces.
Right.
Wow.
So that's and at that point in time, that's where the iron was coming from for everything, including the Civil War.
Yes.
So we have an important site out there that we need to keep building upon and
Absolutely.
preserving
And cherishing.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Agreed. Wow, there's a lot going on. You're full of it this morning.
People tell me that all the time.
I mean, I should have just stopped with taking out the this morning part. No, this is so fun. And so tell us a little bit. We have a few minutes left here, and we may as well keep you if you don't mind.
Sure.
Tell us about, as you all were here and talking about your fantastic products, tell us about some of the ones that you all have encountered that you think are really cool that people are doing throughout the different farmers markets and other things that you have seen.
Oh, there's been all sorts of stuff at the farmers market this year. There's been a lot of variety. There have been a lot of farm to table places that you can get dried flower bouquets, you can get fresh flowers, you can get there's people making everything lately.
And that's so good.
And there
it.
seems to be, like, around here especially, we seem to be at the very beginning of a reawakening of, like, hill culture, like what my gran and her family understood. A lot of what we're doing specifically is hearkening back to how my great-grandfather would have recognized living.
Where did the disconnect come? Like, I can remember, and this is not knocking anyone, but I'm so disappointed with myself that I can remember going to my grandmother's and my great uncle. They all lived, on a farm together and farmed and did all this stuff. And I can remember being a little girl and them canning and having this big cellar, and they had canned meat and they had vegetable soup. And I can remember just them sending me down to grab something. She had a big rhubarb patch in the backyard, which, by the way, was a really cruel joke because it sat on a hill. And she would send my cousin and I out with nothing to pick the rhubarb. And every one time, 100% of the time, we rolled down the hill after it let go. But I think she just got her kicks out of that. But anyway, where was that disconnect between us continuing on that legacy? I just don't know what happened.
Reagan.
Okay.
No, what happened was in the 80s in particular. I grew up. I'm a river rat. I grew up in South Shore, literally knee deep in the river mud.
Yeah.
In the 80s, which is, I'm either Superman or going to die of cancer. So,
right.
But that was the sensibility at the time. It was very, it's all, let's all get out. Everybody for themselves, get out while you can. Everybody left after we graduated.
Yeah.
The whole generation ahead of me took off, and it was called the Great Appalachian Brain Drain because everyone who could left and went to the cities, including myself. I did it in 99.
But now everybody's leaving the city and coming
now
to
it's going the other direction.
Isn't it so funny?
I got kidnapped down here from Cleveland.
Did you really? Welcome. Shocker.
It's a culture shock, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. No. And so it's so funny because I've lived in Columbus and I've lived here, and we have friends that laugh. We laugh at each other because they come down here for vacation. We go to the city for vacation. Like they're
not me anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like to get away. It's like, let's go do something in the city, and then you come back home, and it's vice versa for them. And so I guess it's whatever you're not, used to. But
and I think,
like it here.
I like it here too. But I think a lot of issues came with society becoming lazy. And so we got processed foods.
To go get a can of corn at the grocery store than to
culture.
Than to get
pick
fresh.
it, cut it off, and can it.
Man,
and
the
all
taste
that.
is different.
Oh gosh,
Mhm.
You know,
it
and
is so much better. And
That-
we're all realizing
Well,
that
and that's
now.
how we avoid using a lot of added sugar too, because there's a lot of natural sweetness in the whole milk and the butter that we use
Mhm.
that come
Correct.
from natural sugars that are easier for your body to process, which is another reason you're not going to get the digestive discomfort that you would from, say, a mass marketed product.
whatever chemicals they're being used as a
Right,
preservative.
exactly. We don't use any preservatives. Everything is stuff that you can pronounce.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of we go like pure cane sugar, that kind of thing, to try and keep the processing out as little as possible.
Which also goes back to your tallow
yeah.
products of just being a natural animal byproduct. You
Yeah.
can feel however you want to, I guess, about the animal situation, but like,
It's better not to waste it.
It's actually
Correct.
losing the whole part of the animal.
And I
You're
don't
not-
understand-
nothing's going to waste.
It's-
yeah,
to tail.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that's what,
That's
if you watch, any cooking shows
Oh, yeah.
from foreign countries or
Mhm.
whatever, like
Well,
that's
yeah.
what they do.
It's also respecting the animal. Like,
Agreed.
if you're going to use an animal for harvest, the least that you could do is use the whole thing
Yeah.
and not be, shunting it off into, feed for some other animal or something. Make art out of it. Make something out of it.
Correct.
And there's all sorts of like tools and things that local people have been using around here for thousands of years that can be made out of bone and things like that too.
Sure.
So there's no reason not to make the most of what we have naturally available here.
I just love that the people are finding these things again, and again, it goes back to my, if we can't live off the land, I don't know what to tell you. Other than I will admit there are some miracle medicines out there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Not
Yeah.
everything
But
is bad, but when you're
if you could start with living off the land kind of thing and then go from there, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll take indoor plumbing at least.
Yes.
I
would
mean,
like to
we're
keep
going to be hypocrites in some manner.
we like to call our place grid optional. We are on municipal water and electricity, but we've gotten rid of all the gas delivery, and we have solar panels.
Oh, cool.
So we have kind of a hybrid model where if the power goes out, we're all right, but we like having it while it's here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, and I get it. I mean, you can't go, I mean, you can if you want, but yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, especially when trying to run a business.
Right.
you're right.
So, I was wondering, how did you come up with the way to make your tallow products? Like,
Well, so
I know why you did, but I didn't know how.
Well, so I actually get a magazine every month. It's the Homesteaders magazine, the Backwoods, if you've heard of that.
Love that.
I my husband, first I was buying tallow just to that was for me to try it, was buying it, right? And then when I realized we were using it up and all of us were using it, my husband was like, "Why don't you make it yourself?" And I'm like, well, I have no idea. And he's like, well, I'm sure there's stuff you can find online to make it. And I'm
Just
like,
Google it.
yeah, I don't know if I want to do. He's like, we have all the ingredients except the beef suet, which is the fat. He's like, call our butcher and you can get the fat that, when we get our half a pound,
Again,
a
that
cow
they're throwing
every-
away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, call him up. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'll just keep buying it. And then he's like, all right. Well, the next month we got that magazine in the mail, and on the front it said how to render your own beef tallow.
Shut up.
It's a
It was
fairly
like
simple
It was a God
process.
thing. Like I was
yeah.
like, all right, you got me. I'll give it a try. And
Somebody's trying
I
to
just-
tell me something.
Yeah, I just followed that in the book and the magazine, and it. You just take the fat, you put it in a crock pot with water and salt, and you render that down on low for 16 hours because I do about 10, 15 pounds at a time.
Oh, okay.
So I got a couple crock pots going, and then you strain it with the cheesecloth, and then what happens is that the water and the salt, it separates the impurities from the fat. And then it solidifies, so that's when it separates. And then you scrape off the bottom of, it's called a tallow cake, so it literally looks like a cake out of the bowl. And then I put it back in the crock pot. I do it over again, and it leaves this odorless fat that is great and soft and
Wonderful.
clean
See, now
for our
you
skin.
know.
Yeah.
And it's good for you.
Yeah.
So you can get all of these products this weekend at the Buckeye Furnace Fall Festival. So get out there. Jan, could you give a little bit of driving directions?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Grab a pen and paper, because no, just put it in your GPS. That's what I did.
Yeah,
and it
you,
got me
you
there.
can put it in your GPS. Once you get on 124 going towards Wilkesville, you'll see the signs for Buckeye Furnace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's straightforward.
So just put it in Buckeye Furnace, and it'll
Yeah.
get there. We all, speaking of niceties, we all have that GPS thing.
The portable brain we all rely
Yes,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
How we ever got anywhere
I just
without
tell,
that, I don't know.
tell Siri that's what I want.
Yeah, tell that woman in the phone to do what you want.
Oh, I got to tell you what I did a couple weeks ago at Buckeye
Uh-oh.
Furnace. It
Oh.
was bad. We were talking about younger folks and everything, and how how it seems like none of them know how to cook.
Mm.
And all the different things. And somebody said, all they know is how to use their phone. I said, well, they could at least call 911. Hey, Siri, call 911. Not realizing my phone was in my pocket.
Oh, no!
Yes, it did. I apologized, and they said, oh, it's fine. I said, I am so sorry. Be careful what you say to your phone.
It's always listening.
Yeah.
It
Kind of
is.
scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for spending your morning with us. We
Thank
greatly
you.
appreciate it. We hope everybody gets out to the Fall Festival this coming weekend and this coming Saturday. Check it out. Bring the kids. Just have it's supposed to be beautiful. Supposed to be like 65 degrees. So it should be a lovely, perfect fall
The
day.
trees are going to be gorgeous.
And the
trees are
On
gonna
that
be-
drive, it'll
yeah.
be amazing. and
Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm
So,
looking forward to that.
what are you laughing at?
I'm wondering if that set anyone who was a viewer's phone off.
Oh, I know.
I think it's supposed to react to your voice and not
Yeah.
somebody else.
Yeah, we'll see.
My
We'll see.
son used to be able to activate mine, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
bad.
It's like those Amazon devices, too.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll get out of here for the day. We'll be back with some other special guests tomorrow. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Bye.